I'm Monkey Man 19.
I'm Captain Hazard 26, and today we're talking, well, briefly on the Sony leaks. Well, what we
And
can
Spider-Man.
anyway, but mostly Spider-Man.
You want to mention the Sony check? You want to do like an overview?
Not really. I mean, I'm sure it's out there that people already know that Sony got hacked by the GOP, well, the Guardians of Peace at least.
Why?
And people already know a lot of its contents. We're just going to talk briefly. Well, not briefly, but mostly about Spider-Man.
Well, however, I think. Never mind. But anyway,
people what?
Well, I just want to give. Well, if I can give a brief overview about Sony before Spider-Man. I mean, look, I'm saying that a lot of shit happened with fucking James Bond, Super Mario Bros., Angelina Jolie, Kevin Hart.
No one really cares about the information spread about the actors or the fucking, the money, how much money is spent on whatever. Or with James Bond, what the fuck? So the script got leaked or stolen, I should say.
That's about to have to rewrite it and make sure that people who do this.
Yeah, so they're gonna rewrite it.
But it can take a while. I mean, this guy get the
rights. Well, no movie is being made right now because
they're gonna start filming.
No movie is really being made right now because they can't get the funds.
But didn't they just say they were starting filming today? I swear
they were supposed to.
I swear I just saw a video of them already filming on set.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, other projects. Well, maybe it's because they already gave them the money, but other projects that. Other projects that were supposed to start not too long from now aren't really starting because they can't access their money. Sony can't access their money because their mainframes are still compromised.
But they just said I just checked online.
That's because they probably already gave it to them prior to the filming. But other films that are supposed to start can't start just yet because they have to wait.
But what other films? That's not Sony. They don't have that much films. That's a sad thing.
They don't have enough films maybe in the mainstream.
But anyway, a lot of shit happened with James Bond. And fucking there's a lot of emails and controversy going on with actors.
It's not even controversy. I think the controversy is the fact that Amy Pascal and Scott Rudin felt the need to apologize when nobody asked for a fucking apology.
What did they want to fucking insult the actors?
It was a private exchange, and I think the actors involved know that. I mean, to be fair, Kevin Hart being called a whore is a bit much, but fuck, he doesn't care. He's made a name for himself. He's made a brand for himself, so I think he'll be fine.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, well, a lot of stuff happened last Sunday. Even though we could probably talk about something, I just want to talk about Spider-Man. What?
Nothing. Just
what? A lot of stuff happened with Spider-Man that Sony and Marvel Studios tried to negotiate to put Spider-Man and create a whole new Spider-Man trilogy, but
which is probably the dumbest thing they could have done. But
why? Why do you think it's dumb?
Don't interrupt me when I say this.
Okay.
But basically, that means a whole new trilogy, a whole new reboot, whole new actor, everything. I don't want Spider-Man in the MCU just yet. I'd rather they wait 5, maybe 10 years before they put him back in. Because, look, a reboot was already fast-tracked after the failed plans for Spider-Man 4. Why do we need one so soon just because of what happened last time? And as far as this whole thing about putting him in Civil War, he doesn't really need to be there. Anyone can take his spot. In fact, I'm pretty sure Black Panther is taking his spot. They don't need Spider-Man for the Civil War or even for the Infinity War. Would it be nice to see Spider-Man? Fuck yeah. But we don't need him. Marvel Studios in particular, I should say, because people tend to get that confused. But Marvel Studios, in conjunction with Disney, have proven that they can have a successful franchise or even a successful product without some of the heavy hitters, including Spider-Man, X-Men, and what was the last one? Fantastic Four. They don't need these characters anymore. And, it's true, they don't. And right now, I don't see it working, especially with the movie going public, to have a whole new Spider-Man and then put him in the MCU, because there are still going to be people who are like, well then, if he's here, why didn't they acknowledge what happened with him in the other Avengers movies or in the other solo Marvel movies? Yeah. So, and I'm not saying that the audience is stupid, but the question is going to remain there, especially to people, because look, people online and people who are in the film business, they already know that Marvel Studios doesn't own their shit. So they know what is Marvel proper, as in, with the creative control of Marvel, and what isn't. But the film going audience doesn't care. The general public does not care or does not want to know this shit because they only care about what is being presented to them from the jump, and that is the movie itself. If all of a sudden Spider-Man appeared in the MCU with no fucking explanation, with no sort of proper introduction, and they don't properly explain how this happened, people are still gonna wonder, well then, what the fuck is all of that shit from Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2? Why is he only here now?
Well, they fucking wanted to introduce a new Spider-Man, but they wanted to say that. Well, because the thing is, that's the thing about Spider-Man. In the fucking. Because I guess they wanted to fucking say that he was already pre-established, she already got big, but he's not that popular as a hero. Just kick next to Captain America and Iron Man in the MCU. Or perhaps they wanted to say. Or perhaps they just wanted to introduce him first time in the Civil War until he fucking picks his ass up.
But that's still.
Because
look, no, but the effectiveness of the Civil War storyline is helped by the fact that Tony and Cap are Peter's mentors. That's what he's sort of torn between what's going on. But doing what you suggested is still pretty fucking stupid.
Dude, but it's not really stupid. I mean, so we're being introduced to Spider-Man in the MCU kind of makes sense.
No, it doesn't, because just like I said, people are going to wonder, well, if he's fucking here now, where the hell was he all these other movies?
Well, they're going to say that the other movies are irrelevant.
They're not going to fucking say that because people don't care about that. I already told you. They only care about what is presented to them from the jump. And if suddenly Spider-Man appears in the fucking Civil War with no sort of proper introduction, people are going to be confused as shit.
Yeah, well, this is the problem with fucking Black Widow. She was already a pre-established character in the MCU. But the first taste we got of her was in Iron Man 2, but she already knew. We didn't see her origins. We didn't know what she was.
No, but that's my point. But that's a whole different thing. Her introduction, what is okay, it's fine. But Spider-Man has had movies. She's never had movies. So you could get away with just introducing her as a fucking agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. in Iron Man 2. But Spider-Man has had movies before. You can't just fucking make people forget all that shit.
But however, there's a thing there's a reason why I want Spider-Man MCU. It's not because I want to see Spider-Man kick ass revenge. It'd be cool to see that, but at the same time, there's a thing going on. The Spider-Man movies are being undermined, are being essentially, because you make a great point. MCU is its opposing studio. It's its opposing.
Well, it's not imposing, really, but
yeah, but
they have a
so much money. They have so much trust from the people. They have so much fucking love and praise, and however, Spider-Man, as a standalone superhero movie, is being undermined by the Marvel movies.
They're not being undermined.
That's the reason why
they're being undermined by their own goddamn studio, who don't let their directors do what the fuck they need to do. That's the problem. That was the problem with Spider-Man 3. That was the problem with Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't hate either of those movies, but they do have problems. Yes, and the biggest problem is the fucking studio that funds the movies.
Barbara, there's a problem. I think there's with Spider-Man 3, the problem was the fact that Avi Arad essentially fucking went over Sam Raimi's head, fucked him over, and forced him to put Venom in, creating one of the most uneven Spider-Man films. That's the reason why Sam Raimi was so disappointed in making Spider-Man 3, because he knew it was going to be a failure. He knew it wasn't going to be.
Unless he actually said that, don't fucking put words into his mouth.
But Sam Raimi said that's the reason why he wanted to make Spider-Man 4. He wanted to redeem what happened with the third one.
And just like Joel Schumacher, he was denied. It was
fuck you!
It was like Matumbo all over again.
Oh fuck! No, don't you dare ever compare a fucking Sam Raimi.
I never said that. Hey, Joel Schumacher wanted to redeem himself with Batman Triumphant, but he got denied. So, Sam Raimi wanted to.
Spider-Man 3 is better than Batman. Okay, it's fucking wonderful. Okay.
On a technical level, yeah, but as far as fan expectation and overall disappointment, I still get a fucking kick. I mean, it's still Batman and Robin, but to be fair, I can laugh at Batman and Robin and have a good time. Watching Spider-Man 3, I can't do that because there's some parts of it that I'm sort of snobbish about, and I hate being snobbish about it, but I hate fucking Emo Parker. I hate that disco shit that he does. Well, maybe not hate. Hate is too strong a word, but it doesn't fit in the fucking movies because 1 and 2 are just so good, and then we get 3. It's like
I like Spider-Man in general. To be honest, I enjoy Spider-Man 3 as the first ever superhero epic. Okay, there is no superhero epic. Okay, that's the thing. There is no name a superhero epic.
Okay, maybe a superhero epic, but it's not the first good sort of superhero movie. I mean, Tim Burton's movies get shit on.
Which ones? The Batman movies?
Yeah, his Batman movies get shit on because they're not anything like the comics. And for the most part, that's true. I mean, anyone who's anyone knows, Joker did not kill Thomas and Martha Wayne. But it works in the context of the first Batman movie because it's a whole new universe. But I can see why people are still disappointed about it. I don't think that, it's the worst movie ever made, but I get people's disappointment with it. But like I said, it's a whole new universe. So maybe in that universe, that shit did happen. As opposed in the comics, well, it's somebody else.
However, with Batman, with the first Batman movie and with Spider-Man 3, the reason why, because he was trying to fix this hodgepodge, but at the same time he wanted to make this sort of epic morale. Because with the first Batman was the reason why Tim Burton did that with Joker, because he wanted to make this thing that good and evil creates each other. Joker created Batman by killing Bruce's
and it
parents,
works in the context
and Batman
of his
created
universe.
Joker by failing to save him. And with Spider-Man 3, each villain, Harry, Sandman, and Venom, remind Peter of this. He fucking forgot the important lesson. He forgot great power means great responsibility. Because he was so in great power, he lost his responsibility and treated Eddie Brock like a dick. And Eddie Brock became a villain. And because
he treated Eddie like a dick because Eddie stole his work.
Yes, but however, he wasn't
and
responsible.
Forged evidence.
Yes, but however, he wasn't responsible. He wasn't. But
that's not him being a dick. That's him calling Eddie out on his shit.
True.
And to be fair, anyone would have done that because he stole Peter's shots and he faked them to basically frame Spider-Man.
Yeah, but
I mean, of course, some people are like, but he's still a dick about it, because of the influence of the symbiote. But
but with Spider-Man 3, but the reason why I like watching Spider-Man 3 is because of the fact that Sandman, Green Goblin Jr., and Venom, they all represent the morale of great power because of great responsibility. Because of the fact that Peter Parker treated them
not the morale, the moral.
Right, the moral. But I'm saying it reminds them of the lesson because of the fact that, what?
Keep going, just keep going.
Because with freaking Green Goblin Jr., he forgot with the whole great power, great responsibility. He wasn't, because of the symbiote, he didn't think that. He forgot that lesson. And, what do you mean? What? Why do you have a confused look on your face? What?
I don't know if that's entirely accurate.
What do you mean?
I don't know if...
Because with each Spider-Man movie from the Sam trilogy, they kept enforcing that lesson to the point where every villain represents that moral. Think about it.
I don't know about that.
Look, it's Spider-Man 2. They make a point. Science should be used to help mankind.
It works in the first two, but I don't know if you can get away with saying it in the third one. Because Flint Marko, what is his responsibility?
Oh, you mean with Flint Marko in the first one? Don't try to
no,
attack
you
or kill people.
dickhead. In the third one.
In the third one.
What is Flint Marko's responsibility there?
Well, he will
not to go back to jail.
No, but that's it. He was trying to do all this bad shit because he wanted to save his
time. I know, but
Spider-Man.
But he had no great power. He only had the decisions he made.
Wait, sorry, keep going. Sorry, everybody. I have a phone call. Wait a minute. Who is this?
Who was it?
I'm so sorry, but there was a freaking ad, and somebody I represent like a fucking ad company, like fucking called me. I'm so sorry, everybody. It's like fucking medical insurance. Who the fuck called us?
Again, we continue the unprofessional ramblings, and this is actually our first phone call on this podcast.
What?
Here's to more in the future.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm kidding. Fuck.
This may be unprofessional, but this is fucking tense. This is important. This discussion, bro.
I don't know if is it really?
Explain me. What the fuck you mean, bro?
Is this really an important discussion?
Why?
I mean, look. Fuck. Now I forgot where we were supposed to.
Spider-Man.
No. I remember that. I remember what part of it. But no, I don't know if you could get away with saying that.
Oh shit! I just realized we're 14 minutes in. We never fucking discussed about the fucking Sony leak. Jesus.
No, we did in the beginning.
No, but I want to talk about Phil Lord, Chris Miller developing an anime Spider-Man comedy.
Potentially. I'm pretty sure it was potential. They never said they were actually doing it.
But Phil Lord, Chris Miller are good.
I never said they weren't. I'm just saying that it was a potential job for them. It was a potential project. I never said that they were actually going through with it.
However, the only reason why they hired them, or the reason why they want to work for them on Spider-Man anime films because they have done animation in the past with the Lego movie and all that.
No,
shit.
they want to hire them because of what they fucking did with 22 Jump Street.
I don't. That's what I was gonna say because they made so much money. They brought so much money with the 21 Jump Street franchise. But at the same time, I was thinking, wouldn't it just make sense to direct a Spider-Man movie live action? Just get them to make a live action Spider-Man movie for the story.
I don't know, because they're still gonna fucking fuck with them, I'm sure.
What do you mean? Okay, Sony, the head of Sony can be that in what? Okay,
I just have a feeling that with Mark Webb and like with a lot of other shit, they're just gonna fuck with him. So that's why I don't want them to do it. You know what I mean? And I know some people are like, well, if they can't hack it, if they can't fucking meet the demands and please the people, then maybe they shouldn't be doing this job. Well, fuck you. Seriously.
Well, okay, I mean, they have the James Bond franchise, and after making a solid film like Casino Royale, they did a stumble with Quantum of Solace. But at the same time, they did Skyfall, which is one of the best James Bond movies and one of the most successful in terms of money grossing. And what's amazing
what I mean
Spider-Man
is, some people gave Sam Raimi shit for not being able to meet the studio demands and meet the expectation of the fans.
But it was the studio demand that made these
that's what I
worse.
mean. That's what I mean. It's not his fault. Just like it's not Mark Webb's fault.
But I just want to make a point between James Bond and the Spider-Man franchise. With the new James Bond films with Danny James Bond.
Are you trying to tell me that you think that the Amazing Spider-Man 3, should they go ahead with it, will be exactly like Skyfall, where it would end up being the best in that franchise?
Oh, let me just say something. I just like to make a point.
And renew faith.
No. I just like to make a fucking point. To me, Amazing Spider-Man, the first one by Mark Webb, is a solid film, but it can be kind of boring. The first Casino Royale movie with Daniel Craig, that's good. Solid film. Boring as fuck. Quantum of Solace.
It's not fucking boring.
I don't know why. Every time I watch that fucking movie, I get fucking bored out of my mind. But I know it's a good movie. Script. You know what I mean? Like, acting wise, script wise, it's great, it's good. Fucking boring in direction. Fuck you, fucking camera. But however, with Quantum of Solace, though, so many plot holes, so many inconsistencies, so many bumps to the fucking road. That movie is the bump. And with Amazing Spider-Man 2, they're trying to do good. You see they have a lot of passion, a lot of effort. There's a lot of perks. But at the same time, a lot of flaws, a lot of holes. And Amazing Spider-Man 2 is like the Quantum of Solace of the Amazing Spider-Man franchise.
You do realize that the very definition of plot hole is something that contradicts the logic that was previously established, right? What is the fucking plot holes in Amazing Spider-Man 2? Okay. And it's not something that you dislike, by the way. Anyone who thinks that a plot hole is something you dislike, or any sort of criticism you have, that is not the definition.
Okay, I'm sorry if I use plot hole in the wrong term, but because there are some assholes out there who think that plot hole is a justifiable reason to hate a movie.
No, well, whatever. I mean, look.
They're not even using plot hole correctly.
But they're not even. Yeah, that's what I mean. They're not using plot hole correctly.
So I'm sorry if I did misuse it correctly, but I just say there's flaws in both Quantum of Solace and Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I kind of consider the Amazing Spider-Man 2 the Quantum of Solace of the Amazing Spider-Man franchise.
But I don't know, man. Look, it's quite clear that they're fucking stumbling and they're trying to figure out what to do with this, so they can not only keep the franchise, but restore good faith amongst the people. I think that if the rumors were true that the Sinister Six was supposed to be a soft reboot of the franchise, I think that's a mistake. Another reboot so early is not going to help this franchise.
But the question is, with rebooting a film, the only reason why you should develop it or wait for a long time, because the way has to be the development of the reboot. With one of us with Batman Begins basically after Batman and Robin, it took 1997 to 2005 to release a solid Batman film, right? And all that time waiting, us Batman fans, that was them developing.
That's not them developing. That's them stepping away from it. Because usually the development of a film, yeah, there are films that take decades to make. Sometimes that decades to just plan. But overall, the planning of a film and the development of a film doesn't usually take that much longer than 5 years.
True, because after 5 years, you get development hell and it's just stuck. It's just stuck in nowhere.
Well, it depends. I mean, development hell is usually reserved for films that want to be made by the studio execs, but they just don't work. I don't know why. I mean, I guess Jane Got a Gun is probably the best example of this. They've been trying to make that movie for the past, 3-4 years now, and people keep leaving. People come in, they leave again.
Okay, for those who don't know, Jane Got a Gun is this Western film?
It's a Western film with Natalie Portman Joel Edgerton was supposed to be in it. He left. I think Bradley Cooper was in it. That he left. The original director of the film.
He left.
No, she
left.
She didn't even fucking show up to work.
What?
Yeah, and they got in. Wait, did they get in? What is the director of Warrior's name? Gavin O'Connor, was it? Yeah, I think they got Gavin O'Connor to replace it, but I don't think he's developed it further than How to Follow You Up. But yeah, but like I said, it's not the waiting period for us that's how long it took. It's just a waiting period.
Because with Spider-Man, because Spider-Man 4 was supposed to come out in 2011, and they actually did film some shit in 2010. And Spider-Man 2, the first main Spider-Man film came out in 2012. So they wrote that script less than a year, which is surprising, which is saying something.
Well, I don't want to take away from writing, but for some people, they can bang out scripts like that. I mean,
but at the same time,
the most famous.
But people don't know. Amazing Spider-Man, that was just a rewrite of the Spider-Man 4 script with the use of the lizard. Sorry for interrupting you. Sorry.
No, but I was just saying that for the most part, for some people, writing is an arduous process. Sometimes it takes too long. But the most famous example of it being written quickly, fucking Joss Whedon and Drew Goddard, they wrote the script for Cabin in the Woods in like a weekend. Or at least the first draft of it.
But that's because they were like stuck in a hotel room together trying to figure this out. They thought logically that's how it should go. And there are some writers like George R. R. Martin. It takes so long to write the damn book and the show.
Well, he doesn't really write the show, but I mean, he wrote some of it, I think.
But you know, George R. R. Martin always said about writing books that have a tough process. I was like, what if you die before you write this with the notebooks? But he wrote an outline. He must have made an outline for the following books that I think the TV show can follow.
Well, yeah.
If no books are published within the next few years.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this whole thing is just fucked up. This whole Spider-Man situation is just messed up.
But I think they're trying to, because they have so many.
Well, of course they're trying to make sure that it's good because they still want to fucking keep it.
But I think the problem they have with it is they have so many options to go with, so many directions that they're too hesitant to pick them. They're too confused to pick one.
I don't know if you have that many options, to be honest.
I think
as good as Spider-Man's villains. I mean, to be fair, and a lot of comic book fans may disagree with this, but a lot of you will probably agree with this. Apart from like Batman and Flash, Spider-Man actually has some pretty damn good rogues galleries. So, but saying that, a lot of their choices that they get in the comics is informed from the greater Marvel universe. You would have to take that out and try and make it work in your own cinematic universe. But the thing is, I think they really shot themselves in the foot. That prior to the release of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, they said, oh, we're going to do a 66 movie, we're going to do another Spider-Man movie, we're going to do maybe a Black Cat movie, a Venom movie. And it's like, it sounded good, so I was like, oh, okay, you know, because now we live in an age where a lot of studios are being more confident in the properties that they do have.
Yeah, they seem very faithful. Because the Jerry thought Space Spider-Man 2 was like, okay, it's going to be one of the best Spider-Man movies ever. But what they didn't realize that it would disconnect people from the audience. Because when they did first screenings, they got like an 80% out of 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like, okay, so it seems okay. It seems like a decent film. But then eventually, they didn't realize there are Spider-Man fans who wouldn't have problems with it. They had no idea. And they were kind of... But at the same time, you hired writers, you hired directors.
Where do you hear that?
Hear what? I heard from online, from trustworthy sources.
Right. Okay, and I gotta say that a lot of this that we're talking is mostly just speculation. But I don't know, man. Look, like I said, this whole fucking thing is just messed up, and they need to figure out something fast.
But the problem is with the main Spider-Man films, they set everything up for the Venom film, for the Sex film. Because freaking, the actress who played Felicia Hardy in A Small World Amazing Spider-Man 2, she said she already signed a contract to play Black Cat.
But it doesn't mean they're going to use it, because that's the problem with contracts. Well, maybe not the problem, but that's how contracts are nowadays. You sign on with a multi-picture deal, but the crew of the matter is, or the crux of the matter, I should say, is that you don't get to decide when you play these characters. The studio does. They decide when they need you, when you need to be there, and how long you're doing it for. Because look, like with Marvel, they make you sign a multi-picture deal. That's basically 10 years of your life you're signing away if they ask you to be there for that 10 years.
Or if
Because
you're even alive.
yeah, or because they could easily say, they could easily do with your appearances away in maybe the first 5 years, or maybe or something like that, and you're pretty much done.
But this is the point I like to bring up. They sign away 10 years of life in the future. You don't know if you're going to be dead in an accident or...
Yeah, but no, but my point is, studios have a bit more control that way, in so much that, because it's so they don't get burned.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, if you burn them, they could easily turn around and sue you. Before, they couldn't really do that, but now they can. Because that's why, in the other podcast, I said, you know, I'm watching Will Smith. I'm waiting to see...
With Suicide Squad.
Yeah, to see what happens with that. Because until they actually start filming, I'm nervous that he might actually leave. Because, look, Will Smith likes being, I wouldn't say the center of attention, but he likes being the lead character. He busted his ass to be the lead. So I understand that. But with something like that, I don't know. Because it's an ensemble this time around. It's not just strictly him.
At the same time, I kind of have faith that Sony's going to figure this all out in this hodgepodge. Because if you want to continue as main Spider-Man, that's okay. Try to finish that thing. Hopefully you can redeem whatever that is left in this cinematic universe they're trying to build. If you want to reboot another 3-4 years, okay. If you want to make it animated Spider-Man, we just earn money, keep it separate, and don't want to be compared to anything. Okay, that's cool. But with Sony, I think they're going to figure something out. I kind of have faith. But at the same time, if they can't, then it's not really sad, but at the same time, it's kind of
look,
like a bummer.
Eventually, they will have to
do something.
But I think
Just
that down the road, should the name of Spider-Man be tarnished, I think they're going to end up giving it back to Marvel. But Marvel will not use it until everything dies down, which is why they're not making plans for Punisher, which is why they're probably not making plans for Ghost Rider or Blade or anything like that, because
they just got that back 3 years ago. They still haven't.
Well, I don't think they can, because like I said, it's like Kevin Feige said on that whole event. What they've been building to is the Infinity War. Anything after that, I'm sure they'll have a plan, but I don't know if that plan includes Punisher or Blade or anything. Because I don't look. People said, "Oh, they should just make another universe where the more darker aspects of the Marvel universe are in that universe." I was like, no, because I was like, they busted their asses
to get that back.
To get they busted their asses to establish this universe. I don't want them to fucking kill themselves by making several other universes just so they can get these characters out there. I don't want them to do that, because look.
I mean, the closest thing they did that was separate.
Whether you're a DC fan, whether you don't care for Marvel movies or whatever, the fact is they are just killing it with their film franchises. They're making lots of money. They're fucking, I wouldn't say they're critical darlings, because there are people who don't like them, but they've got a better social standing than Sony right now. They got a better. For the most part, they got a better social standing than, say, 20th Century Fox or these other studios, just because they've been more consistent in their work.
But the thing I kind of want to touch on is the Marvel Spider-Man stuff. With the first Amazing Spider-Man, they wanted to do with the first Avengers movies. They wanted to show the Oscorp Tower in the background, and so it would be like a cool cameo. And they wanted the construction crews in New York, the first Amazing Spider-Man was just trying to repair the damage at the Chitauri invasion. And I thought, okay, that might be a cool crossover. That might explain it.
I knew it wouldn't work because
Marvel didn't have creative control.
Yeah, I mean, no, and I would prefer that they have creative control, because, like I said, they've been more consistent in their work. They allow these characters to be true to themselves, but in different situations than what we've seen in the comics, for the most part. But with Sony, a lot of the mentality they have is seeing big money, and I just couldn't see them sharing Spider-Man with Marvel, knowing that they would have to give up a decent chunk of that control and that money, just so that relationship grew. I just couldn't see them doing it. I can't see Fox doing it, or anybody else who has Marvel properties. I just can't see them doing it because it's either way. They're gonna lose money. Both sides are gonna lose money because they gotta put money into it, and the returns may not be enough. You know what I mean? But look.
Not to realize I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and I've been pushing you to do for you to do this, and I realized you've been doing most of the talking because I can't interrupt you.
Well, fucker.
I was 30 minutes.
It's better than you talking for fucking so long and me saying shit. But
we're 30 minutes in, and hopefully, and look, I just think that Sony's gonna figure this out. Anthony and I, go back to Marvel. Just hit back.
Just give it back. I mean, I'd rather wait 5-10 years for a really good Spider-Man movie that's connected to the MCU than.
But at the same time, I kind of
than wondering if the next Sony picture is a good one or not. You know what I mean?
But at the same time, I'm kind of like,
because that's how much I trust Marvel.
But I trust Marvel too. But at the same time, I'm kind of pissed at the way that I'm home for Spider-Man to be in the MCU. That he's not going to be in this
It's not their fault. I mean,
he's not
if you want to blame someone, blame the dumbass who sold these rights all those years ago, which was Stan Lee.
They need the money. Don't blame Stan Lee.
I do blame Stan Lee.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
He should have had the forethought to know that there would have been at least some interest in this shit, and he should have made those contracts different than what they were. Because if I remember correctly, the original contracts were, what was it, a pay or play deal?
Yeah.
Basically, if they didn't make the movies, they would have to pay them back and give them back the rights. But there were people who bought the rights, made the fucking movies, and now they keep them. Which is why we have this whole fucking.
But Brandon, I understand why they were doing it. They said they were going bankrupt.
Yeah, I know, but now we got this shit. Now we've got like.
But they made great movies. 7
X-Men movies.
5
of which are the only solid ones, in my opinion. We got, 5 Spider-Man movies.
No, wait. No,
yeah,
it's 5, yeah.
5 Spider-Man movies. Fucking 4 of which are actually... No, 3 of which are actually pretty decent, in my opinion. The first 2 and then the first one. I mean, the second Amazing Spider-Man I don't hate, but it's just riddled with problems that I can't...
But that was a passion project to full to the end. And it was made...
For who?
For Mark Webb.
Look, like I said, 3 out of 5 ain't bad, 5 out of 7 ain't bad. But, fuck's sake.
Fantastic Four is 0 out of 2.
Yeah, 0 out of... I mean, look, I don't hate those movies, but like I said, they have problems. And their biggest problem is tone.
Well,
I mean, the comedy shit... Maybe not the comedy, but the banter between The Thing and Fantastic Four. I mean, not the Fantastic Four, but The Thing and the Human Torch are the shining moments in those movies. Because, look, from what I remember the Fantastic Four growing up, Johnny was always the little shit that just will cause shit. And Ben was maybe not no nonsense, but there were moments, because there were moments where he could be a little shit too. But the banter between them is almost exactly like how I remember them when I was growing up. But other than that, I mean, fuck, I had the hugest crush on Jessica Alba, but even I can admit that, you know, she's not the best actress in the world. But I wasn't like that one fucking comic writer who referred to her who said that he wouldn't watch the new Fantastic Four films because they cast Sue Storm as a Latino whore. Because that's the perfect mix of misogynistic tendencies and racism.
But that dude is a fucking prick. Okay, if you're gonna sell don't that's just too fucking.
That's just fucking.
Because that insult is not only fucking to me. That's also fucking racist on a fucking level. With him saying Latino, with him.
What's up? Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, the fact that he pointed it out maybe suggests something, but I don't know if I would call it entirely.
Is he white?
But he's certainly fucking misogynistic. If
he's white, if he's a white old man, then we know where his ideals came from. The racist times, which is still going today.
The views expressed in this podcast do not reflect the. Well, what the fuck am I saying? Nobody owns us. What the fuck am I gonna say to that?
I mean, shit. I mean, I like to work for you to earn money, but shit, we can't. But shit.
No, but all I know is with Marvel, every movie, even the more problematic one, which to me is the second Iron Man movie. I guess you could count 3, but not so much because it's a great Shane Black film, or at least a solid Shane Black film, but it doesn't really fit in the overall MCU, which is what we would have had, which is the same problem we would have had with Edgar Wright. because he would have made a great Edgar Wright movie, and I love Edgar's movies, but he would have made a great Edgar Wright movie that didn't fit in the MCU.
With Ant-Man.
Yeah, with Ant-Man. So, I mean, I'm kind of nervous with Peyton Reed because even though I like Bring It On, the dude hasn't done anything since then, really.
But other shit. Why you fucking bringing up Ant-Man and all this other
No,
shit?
I'm just saying, because in the overall thing with Marvel, we got 5 out of 7 solid X-Men movies. 3 out of 5 decent Spider-Man movies, in my opinion. Not that good fucking
0 out of 2 Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four movies. Even though, like I said, I don't hate them, but yeah,
we understand. Just keep moving on.
No, and but with Marvel movies, apart from like maybe 2 or 3, they've been pretty good.
Anyway, look. Anyway, I just hope that we at least convince you guys to go check this shit out online because there are many people talking about it.
Don't download any PDFs files from this because, like I said, it's not Pentagon level information, but it's still private information, and I would hate for someone's privacy to be evaded. But some of this shit has already been discussed at length by news outlets, by online outlets. So that's the only reason why we're even talking about this, because it's been put out there by sites that we follow. But we've not. We are not going to advocate or even suggest that you look this shit up, download like the script
because look,
for
whoever who download this shit is fucking stupid. Okay,
because I mean it's potentially sued because, like I said, it's not. I mean, like, this is not Pentagon level material, but it's still pretty fucking private shit.
I mean, legally on like news reporting sites, whatever, you can talk about it. You can.
Oh yeah. They've cited oh god, what was it called? There's a certain case where they cited that they can be allowed to talk about this because it's not that. It's private information, but it's not private to the point where it's not a matter of national security. But still, it just feels weird. It really feels weird. But yeah, ultimately,
anyway, I just hope you guys check this stuff out. At least go watch Spider-Man movies or something. At least, I don't know. Just hopefully check this shit out. Okay.
And
however, I kind of what. Oh.
But my whole thought process with this thing is just. I hope you guys like what we're doing. If you don't like what we're doing, let us know because we'll fix it.
Don't do it, because I want to do this for 20 minutes, Brad. And do you know what happened? We fucking talk about something too much. It's 37 minutes.
No, but I'd rather have constructive feedback as opposed to.
I'm trying to restrain myself because let's be honest. If I kept talking what I want,
we'd be here for fucking hours. I know.
Yeah.
But I'd rather. But let us know in the comments below. What do you guys like what we're doing here? I mean, I'm sure we're gonna keep doing it, even if some of you said you didn't fucking like it. But if you guys want to see us improve, let us know.
The problem is, Brad, I bet you people who are watching these videos, they probably gave up 10 minutes in. Because this is too fucking long. This is too...
Hey, if there are other fucking podcast people out there that can have like 2-3 hour podcasts, people can deal with 40 minutes.
Well, they don't see us, Brad. I like to record our faces, but we can't show us.
No, but I don't want to do that either because then I rather just leave that shit for like our trailer reactions because it's a reaction. With this, we're just talking.
But if I ever get a chance to do a video blog, I'm recording my face. I'm recording. What?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just kind of.
You sounded like I wouldn't say you sounded vain, but you were fucking approaching that.
I don't have the luxury of being vain, man. Trust me. Okay, man. If I was vain, I'll kick your fucking ass out and I'll do this by myself.
Vain? No, vanity.
I know
so into yourself and shit.
I'm not into myself, man. I despise myself in many aspects. But anyway, I've came kind of depressed because of the fact that it's been so fucking long again. And the Spider-Man news is kind of sad to me as a Spider-Man fan.
Well, Spider-Man film fan.
I love Spider-Man.
I know, but you unlike me haven't read that much comics with him.
I've read comics. I read Spider-Man.
Like what?
I read Spider-Man 2099 comics because a friend gave it to me back in school back home, and and also I read some of the fucking Avengers Spider-Man comics. And of course, I know important events like the Civil War, like
You
the
know
fucking-
of it, but you didn't read it. I read it.
I read it too, fucker. I read it too.
You read like one panel.
Oh, fuck you. That's a great. Ah.
I know. I like it. I know a lot of people.
Look,
don't.
hopefully we convince you to check out.
Why are
this
you
shit.
so? Okay, fine.
I'm
fine.
trying to wrap this shit up, man. It's 40
Fine.
minutes.
Fine, 40 minutes. Maybe from now on we'll do like 40. We'll try and lessen it to 20 minutes, but I
We're gonna
doubt it.
fail.
Probably. So, yeah.
I hope you guys check our channel on trailer reactions. Hope you guys, because we're trying to do this consistently, weekly, hopefully.
But the problem is they ain't releasing that many trailers anymore. Or at least trailers that we're interested in.
I don't know how Ryan of Real Rejects and Gator,
He just fucking watches it anyway.
but Gator, Gator, I don't know how they do it every fucking day.
But they watch other videos too. But, well, anyway. I'm Captain Hazard 26.
I'm Lucky Man 19.
Hopefully you like what we've done.
And
if not,
fucking
fuck off.
podcasts. And,
But
yeah.
overall, peace
Please
out.
like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.
Peace.